Alright, welcome to my bench press video, which some of you requested. As you can see, I'm not very good at bench. That is, I'm relatively weak, especially when compared to my squat and deadlifts. However, I wanted to share you this video just because so that you can see how one of my basic routines is like, and also that to show you, how not so well I am performing with my bench. Now this starts with some warm-up sets, obviously first with plain bar and then jumping about 20% of my 1 rep max with some volume work. So you will first see a few sets with quite lightweight and then slowly progressing with more weights. And towards the end of the bench pressing thing, you will see me actually doing those strength sets, which are then again rather heavy for me. And after the bench press, I will tell you a little bit about the program, what I'm doing here, and also show you a few accessory movements, that is the ones that are supporting the actual thing here. I hope you enjoy it, and should you have questions or comments, please let me know. I know that my bench technique, for example, is not the best out there, so there are probably plenty of things that might stick out. Anyway, let me know what you have in your mind, and should you have questions or comments, just let me know. Cheers and enjoy. As you can see, that was quite close to failure. I haven't yet even checked out how well or close to this is to my personal best with the given weight, which is now 103.4 kilos. Yes, I'm a weak bencher, especially compared to my squats and deadlifts, and it's, I guess, mainly because of my weak triceps. Now the thing is, I kind of neglected my triceps when I started doing the gym. I mean, I was always a skinny kid, those guys which started the gym with kind of a big and bulky already had a kind of a head start, even though they don't necessarily realize it. I mean, when you're a big guy, you obviously have some strength built because of your sheer size. I mean, after all, bigger is stronger, usually. And when you have that extra bulk, when you start training, that bulk kind of more easily becomes muscle. I mean, obviously fat doesn't change the muscle, but you don't really have to bulk up to become bigger and stronger. So me being a really skinny kid, having like triceps like my wrists, meant that I really didn't have that muscle mass. I mean, because of biking and doing martial arts, I already had relatively and obviously absolutely bigger thighs and legs in general. So for me it meant that I had a kind of head start with squat and deadlift, but when it comes to exercises such as overhead press and basically anything to do with triceps and pecs, pectoralis, and like bench press, obviously, it has always been my weak moment. And in the beginning, obviously, I didn't realize even as much as today that I would have or should have pushed more power, to triceps area, because it seems to me my weak point where I have problem. It didn't show here because it didn't fail necessarily. I'm not sure because I haven't yet obviously taken a look at the footage. But when I have the failure, it always comes like, okay, I push it probably this much and then it halts, which means I fail. So it slows down after the start. I never basically fail in the beginning. When I go down and start pushing, it basically never fails around my chest area, about 10, 15 centimeters, that is 4 to 6 inches above my chest, which means it's in my triceps. And obviously, no matter how much I try to do tricep workout, it always seems like I'm ahead of that with, my pecs. And of course, I've tried to, fix that issue, which everybody, obviously should do when they know what's wrong with their given point. And obviously, my bench has gotten a little bit better, but it's still very, very hard movement for me. So my point to my younger self would be, don't ignore those triceps so much, do more, get that bulk before getting, doing strength training. I guess I learned it the hard way. And I don't know if it's much of a consolidation, but, I learned quite a few years later that many people have the same thing. People who didn't have big, arms and all that stuff, they had really hard, going past 100 kilo, 2025, which is so often why it's as a topic, on many YouTube videos or whatever, like how many reps you can do with that given weight, or at what time, what age, and after how many years of training you can push beyond that 225 pounds or 100 kilos limit. It seems to be this kind of a round number. Obviously for kilos it makes lots of sense. 100 kilos, I mean, you move from 2 digits to 3 digits, so it's a big thing. But even more so, there was a big gap from 90 or 95 to 100. From 100 to 105, I don't know if it actually took that much time. So it's mentally a big thing, much like reaching that 200 kilos with your squat or deadlift. But for me, it was a real struggle to hit that 100 kilos. Now, my best bench press, my all-time bench press isn't very big. It's 120 plus about 900 grams, because this is 20.9 kilo bar. So I did that like last March, about a year ago basically. Actually, my Facebook just reminded me, and I was like, okay, I haven't really been able to beat it since that, so my bench progress is very slow. Anyway, that's about my benching today. Should we do some accessory work? Definitely. Will I video them? Let's see. So the first accessory movement today is this close grip bench. As you can see, I only have 70 kilos here, 2 times 25 kilos plus bar, and it's already feeling quite heavy. Obviously, after those rather heavy, relatively speaking, once again, bench press sets, but also because of my weak triceps. So because this is close grip, it will target more your tricep area, less your chest, that is pectoralis. I'm gonna do 3 sets of these. Obviously, it makes no point for me to video them all, but at least you get a little bit of idea what's going on with this one. So after these 2 extra sets, that is 3 in total of close grip bench, I will move to the next movement. So these rows are the second accessory move, and what I have here is roughly 95 kilos. I'm not exactly sure how much this weighs empty, but I'm believing, I assume it's about 5 kilos. So when I have these 2 25 kilos here, it's 50 plus 2 times 15, 80 plus 2 times 5, it's 90 plus whatever this weighs. Supposedly about 95. It's not that accurate really. I mean, I don't really compare to my cable pulley system to one that we have in commercial gyms, because they all have a little bit different pulley systems. Obviously, some particular device might have 60 kilos feeling relatively heavy, and the other one might be like 90 kilos and you're doing the same. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but you get the idea. Gonna do 3 sets of these and then the last final finisher movement. All right. So last, and I guess also the least, is triceps push down. I'm only do a couple of finishing sets and then I'm off to the shower and eat some food. I think I'm gonna have some lamb today. All right, that's from Jerry's gym today. And now I'm had the time to check out my bench press. The best has been 6 times and 105 kilos if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't, 5 times 105 kilos, so it wasn't as good as that, not personal best, but at least I'm getting closer to what it was. And once again, should you have comments or questions related to my home gym, the setup, my training program or whatever, well, let me know. And also feel free to recommend or suggest the next video exercise, whatever it would be. It could be a main lift, squat, deadlift, overhead press, or something totally different. All right, take care and bye-bye.